as the saying goes, all good things must come to an end. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is the Prince YouTube PS Compulsion signing in here, aka Prince Anthony, and welcome to the series finale for my Las Vegas Royales, my GM mode. The saga continues. Nah, more like the saga has finally decided to come to an end. That was horrible. That was really horrible. But anyways, this is the series finale. Like I said, NBA 2K20, the demo is coming out next week. So you guys know we're about to be lit with that. And I'm not using the face cam for this specific video because right now I'm in the process of moving into my first apartment with my girlfriend. So I have boxes literally all over the place. I don't have a good setup right now. So I'm just trying to bust out this video real quick and get it to you guys just so you guys could see the series finale before NBA 2K20 the demo comes out. But nonetheless, if you guys miss any episode, like literally any episode from this series, I urge you guys to go back and watch from the start, see how we find ourselves in a situation right now to win an NBA championship. If you guys missed the last two episodes, we're in the second round of the NBA playoffs, matched up against the Golden State Warriors. That first game was OD lit. Steph Curry dropped, I'm not even gonna say it, he dropped a lot of, he broke the playoff record for most points scored. Go back and watch that video if you missed it. And in game 2, we ended up taking the L. So game 1, W, game 2, an L. And right now we find ourselves tied 1-1 in the second round of the playoffs against the Golden State Warriors. So without further ado, time to continue our quest for an NBA championship via simulation. I'm simulating the rest of this series using Simcast, and I'm simulating game 3, and it looks like we are not going to get the W. So we take the L, and the Golden State Warriors now have a 2-1 series lead against us. Steph Curry once again goes off, and we need to find something or someone that could stop him. So for game 4, I decided Clay to go. You gotta lock down Steph Curry. I'm putting him in charge of guarding Curry. Starting the simulation, that did not matter at all. We lose once again to the Golden State Warriors, and just like that, we find ourselves down 3-1 to Golden State. And we are on the verge of elimination. Steph Curry that game still balled out, still did his thing. But before we get to the next game, looking at the standings real quick, the Rockets are down 3-0 to the Minnesota Timberwolves. If we find a way to get to the Western Conference Finals, we are definitely going to destroy the Wolves and move on to the NBA Finals. And that's exactly what I plan on doing. We just beat the Golden State Warriors. They still have a 3-2 series lead, so you guys know what that means. It's time for us to try our best to force a game 7. That's what my team owner comes and tells me. Of course, like, they always tell you that when you're down like 3-2. Force a game 7, and that's exactly what we did. In game 5, Steph Curry shot the ball bad, and in this game, he shot the ball even worse, bro. Like, this is a horrible shooting percentage. He went 10 of 35 from the field. We force a game 7. One more chance to get to the Western Conference Finals. And speaking of the Western Conference Finals, look who we got waiting for us, bro. The Minnesota Timberwolves beat our rival team, the Houston Rockets. This is an easy path to the NBA Finals if we could win this game 7. So starting the simulation using Simcast, we were getting destroyed by the Warriors, but we caught up. We're doing well right now in the third quarter, trying our best to catch up, trying to keep the game close. But of course, the Warriors managed to pull away, and it does not matter how much I slow down the simulation. This series is basically over, and the Las Vegas Royales have been eliminated. So last season we got eliminated by the Houston Rockets. This season we get eliminated by the Golden State Warriors. And I can't lie, I honestly did not feel like we were ready for the NBA championship this season, and that just proved it. So in the press conference, they asked me what's my plan for the team this offseason. Of course, we're going to stay together. I feel like we're one more season away from an NBA championship, so I'm not going to break this team up. I'm going to make sure and keep everybody on this squad and make sure that we bounce back next season with that championship win. And of course, the Golden State Warriors go on to win the NBA championship. Of course, they were not going to lose to the Minnesota Timberwolves. They met the Sixers in the finals. That's an easy dub, to be honest. So now moving towards the offseason, we made a lot of money from last season. Although our arena was like half empty, we got a lot of money, so I allocated the funds. I almost maxed out like everything except for like the player payroll. And then in terms of retirement, I'm sorry, Kyle Korver, I was not able to get you that ring before you retire. So shouts out to my man Kyle Korver. But now moving on to the NBA draft lottery, the Phoenix Suns are going to get the #1 overall pick. The Brooklyn Nets get the 2nd overall pick, and the 3rd overall pick goes to the New Orleans Pelicans. But the 30th overall pick goes to us, the Las Vegas Royals. Hopefully the person that I want to draft is still there, because I know exactly who I want to draft. And of course, we're going to have the 2019 NBA draft class, because we don't have to use a custom 2K draft class. So this is the draft class with Zion, Ja Morant, etc, etc. But then moving on to our Mygm staff. If you guys don't remember, when the series first started, we was gifted a great staff, bro. Like literally everyone was B's and A's, and that staff was based on the Mygm story mode, which only happened within the first 2 hours, or was the first 2 hours of cutscenes. That's how we got our staff. So now I gotta find myself a fresh new staff, and I'm giving my man Gregg Popovich the Godfather offer. He was available. We gotta get him on our squad, and that's exactly what happened. We signed him to a 4-year, $40 million deal with the Las Vegas Royals. He is gonna be the one to take us over the hump, bro. If anybody could lead us to a championship, bro, it is Gregg Popovich. I'm so glad he accepted the deal. And our assistant coach is Dirk. I'm bringing him in with Pop, and our head scout is good. The only problem is our trainer isn't as good. Our assistant GM and CFO are trash. Like literally, we spent all of our money on Gregg Popovich, but I had to do it, especially with him and Dirk. I had to do it, bro. But welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the NBA draft. Moving forward, the #1 pick goes to the Phoenix Suns. They draft Zion Williamson. The 2nd overall pick is Ja Morant. He is going to the Brooklyn Nets, which leads me to believe that, yep, the New Orleans Pelicans take RJ Barrett. So those were the top 3 picks, and like I said, we do get the 30th overall pick. And one player that I wanted to draft was a player that got drafted by the New York Knicks in real life a few months ago during the NBA draft in real life. So with the 30th overall pick in the NBA draft, the Las Vegas Royals select my man Iggy Brazdeikis. Welcome to the squad. He is definitely going to be a good addition. I want to send him to the G League so he could get his overall up, because every time I send a player to the G League, their stats increase by or their overall, I should say, increase by at least 3 points. So he should go from like a 69 overall to at least a 72 overall. But anyways, looking at the Mygm pendant options, I'm picking up the team options on all my players. Of course, Jaren Jackson Jr., Josh Hart, and Colin Sexton. I gotta bring all those guys back. We are definitely gonna run it back next season for the NBA championship, so I gotta have them back. And then in terms of the qualifying offers, I gave one to Mitchell Robinson, and I did not give one to Derrick Jones Jr., which means both of them are going to be restricted free agents. But during free agency, guess who was the first player to leave our squad? Derrick Rose. I was trying to bring him back, but he accepted a deal from the Cleveland Cavaliers, so he's going back to Cleveland. I don't know why he would do that. So it's time for us to bounce back with a much better backup point guard, and we were able to sign Kobe Simmons. He's a 79 overall right now, but guess what? The Houston Rockets matched my offer, meaning we don't get our good backup point guard. So instead, I decided to bring in some veterans in Nene and Dwayne Wade. I know his name is Nene, but he's Nene. I brought those 2 players in, and also I signed Quinn Cook and Luke Mabamute. I think I said it right. And then on top of that, Derrick Jones Jr. accepted the qualifying offer, which doesn't make any sense because I never offered it to him, but whatever. He could come back. I don't really care. Mitchell Robinson as well. He accepted the qualifying offer, so both of those players are coming back to the squad. That should definitely be lit. So we got most of our team to come back except for Derrick Rose. But we were able to add a few veterans to our squad. That's what I mainly need. Veterans to help the younger players. Now, looking at the player progression, of course, players like Nini, D-Wade, and Luka Mute, of course, their stats are going to go down. I don't really need them, to be honest. I just need them for veteran leadership, but sheesh, look at the player progression for my squad, bro. Mitchell Robinson is an 80. Michael Jabari bumped up to an 80. Josh Hart's stats didn't go up, although he's been balling out all season. I don't understand that. But the Joker, he gets an increase. Prince Patterson is an 85 overall now. Jaren Jackson Jr. doing his thing. I said doing his thing like he actually did something, but his stats went up. Actually, he did do a lot last season. I'm bugging. Colin Sexton as well. Bro, my players are looking beastly. Next season is definitely going to be lit. So in terms of training camp, I didn't have many, so I sent Josh Hart to perimeter defense training camp. Now on top of that, I sent my man Colin Sexton to perimeter shooting. I need to increase his offense because right now he's like the weakest offensive player in our starting lineup, so he needs to get his defense up. And then my man Iggy, our rookie that we drafted, I sent him to untapped potential training camp just to increase his potential, help him out in the G League reach his potential faster. But one thing that I totally forgot is that I had way too many players on my squad. I have 17 players and I could only start the new season with 15. So let's go through our roster right now. We got Colin Sexton, Corey Joseph, and Quinn Cook at the point. In the shooting guard position, we got Josh Hart, Prince Patterson, Troy Daniels, and my man D-Wade. Welcome back to the squad, bro. Really glad to have him back. At the small forward position, Clay the GOAT, Michael Jabari, Derrick Jones Jr., and my man Iggy. At the power forward, Jordan Bell, Triple J, Luka Mute, and last but not least, at the center position, we got Nini, Mitchell Robinson, and the Joker. So, which two of these players are going to get cut? I'm sorry, but Luka Mute, although I just signed you, I'ma have to let you go, bro. And then Troy Daniels, I traded him to the Washington Wizards for 2 future picks. I had to do that just to get the draft picks because I couldn't trade anybody else, because most of the people on our squad that I was trying to trade, they were newly signed, so I wasn't able to do that. So those are the 2 players that we got rid of. Welcome to the new NBA season. Time to make that playoff push. Right now we start the season 4-1, and as soon as the season starts, 5 games into the season, they're already complaining, bro. This is gonna take me a long time to simulate. Luckily for you guys don't have to sit through the entire simulation, but nonetheless, Michael Jabari, Mitchell Robinson, and Josh Hart, they all want to be starters. Who are you guys starting over, bro? This is exactly why this season, we have to win the NBA championship. It's all or nothing this season, because next season, I feel like we're not going to be able to keep this entire roster together. Looking at my man D-Wade, he's planning on retiring. So he's playing his last season in the NBA with the Las Vegas Royals, which I'm very glad he's doing. Same thing with Nini. He decided on retiring as well. So next season, our roster is going to look totally different. So this year, we have to strike. We have to win the NBA championship. And now that I got to the All-Star break, successful simulation so far with 43-16 at the break, which is amazing. So our squad came back with a vengeance. We have been balling out. And in terms of All-Stars, the Joker and Clay the GOAT both made it into the All-Star game, of course. But what about my son, Triple J? What about Prince Patterson? What about Josh Hart, low-key? But although we only have 2 All-Stars, who cares? We're aiming for that NBA championship. Continuing the simulation, we get to the end of the season. We're 58-23 so far. We gotta win this last game to make it a 59-win season. Can we do it? Simulating the game against the Memphis Grizzlies, we get the W. We get the 59-win season. Last season, we only won 58 games, so we have a 1-game improvement from last season. But now looking at the Mygm awards, or the season awards, LeBron, MVP, Zion Williamson, Rookie of the Year, we was kind of expecting that. Isaiah Whitehead, 6th Man of the Year, I wasn't expecting that. Kawhi Leonard, Defensive Player of the Year, I could definitely see that happening. Dennis Smith Jr., Most Improved Player of the Year. But check this out, our coach, Gregg Popovich, Coach of the Year, leads us to a 59-win season. And Executive of the Year goes to your boy, Prince Anthony. So I won an award, Coach Pop got an award. There's only one more award we need, and that's that NBA championship. So looking at the playoff brackets, we are matched up against the Phoenix Suns and Zion Williamson in the first round. I'm simulating the entire first round because, to be honest, we're facing against the Phoenix Suns, bro. Although they got Devin Booker, Zion Williamson, come on, there's no way that they're beating us. And of course, we beat them 4-1. We are moving on to the second round of the NBA playoffs, which is where we always get eliminated. Last season, we lost to the Golden State Warriors, and guess who we're facing off again in the second round this year? The Golden State Warriors. And although I'm sure this is going to be a very, very tough series, because the Warriors won the past 4 championships, I feel like because we're more improved this season, we definitely have to have the edge, especially because the Warriors are on the decline. So right now the series is tied at 2 apiece. I'm simulating it game by game, and we win the next one. We got a 3-2 series lead. I'm simulating once again, and we defeat the Warriors. In the second round, we get past them, but now we have to get past our rival squad, the Houston Rockets. They eliminated us 2 years ago in the NBA playoffs, so this is going to be a very interesting matchup. I'm going to do the same thing that I did against the Golden State Warriors, which is simulated game by game. So game 1 goes to the Rockets, game 2 goes to us. I feel like we should definitely beat the Rockets at least 3-2. Rockets got 2-1 lead. Nope. We tied the series at 2 apiece. Can we win the next game? No, we do not. That's shocking. So the Rockets have a 3-2 series lead against us. Tex Towers wants us to force that game 7 as always. So just to make sure that we do, I'm sorry, I gotta use Simcast, bro. When in doubt, you gotta simulate with Simcast. So while we're trying to force a game 7, the Celtics are already in the NBA Finals waiting for the winner of this series. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, can we force that game 7? Time to start the simulation, and the Rockets got a huge lead. Oh my goodness, but we're low-key coming back. There we go. We are coming back. We're fighting. I'm stopping the simulation, continuing the simulation, and here in the fourth quarter, I'm simulating slow right now, and it looks like we have done it. We come back from like a lot of points down. I'm pretty sure we were down by at least 20, and we force a game 7 against the Houston Rockets. I believe it's going to be on our home court too, because we got home court advantage, which I totally forgot about. So for this game 7, we got home court, and I maxed out the minutes for my starters. I want my starters playing most of this game. Starting the simulation, game 7, we are destroying the Houston Rockets in the third quarter, and we continue to do so in the fourth quarter. So ladies and gentlemen, we are going to the NBA Finals.
So they've done it, they're going to move on.
You know they had to battle through the very tough Western Conference, but they were able to survive the test and earn a trip to the NBA Finals.
Bro, there's no way that we're not winning the NBA championship this season. We beat the team that eliminated us 2 seasons ago, the Houston Rockets. We beat the team that eliminated us last season in the Golden State Warriors, and we also beat the team that had the Rookie of the Year in the Phoenix Suns. And in the finals, we are going to be matched up against the Boston Celtics, who have the same core with players like Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Gordon Hayward, Kyrie Irving, Al Horford. They still got that squad going. And there is no way that Boston Celtics squad is beating us in the NBA Finals. So now starting the simulation, I'm simulating game by game. Game 1 went to the Celtics. Game 2 and 3 went to us. Game 4 goes to the Celtics, and the series is tied at 2 apiece. Michael Jabari suffered a day-to-day injury. Doesn't matter because the rest of our team is stacked, so I'll just have the coach handle that. Time to continue the simulation. Game number 5. Can we win? That we do. So we have a 3-2 series lead against the Boston Celtics. So for game 6, I'm simulating using Simcast just so I could sub into the game at the last minute when we win that championship, so we could watch our team celebrate. And on top of that, Michael Jabari healed from his injury. He's going to be playing for game 6, so this should definitely be an easy W. Although the Boston Celtics have home court for this game, I'm simulating, and it looks like they force a game 7. I really did not expect them to force a game 7, but whatever. Here we are, game 7, NBA championship on the line, and it looks like we've been beasting all game. We're winning every quarter, and ladies and gentlemen, that is definitely gonna do it. As expected, we are gonna win the NBA NBA championship. There was no way that I did not believe we was going to win the championship this season, especially with this improved roster. Ladies and gentlemen, the Las Vegas Royals are NBA champions. The rebuild is complete.
And here's Thompson. And they've done it. The new NBA champions.
And all you can say is congratulations, they have done it. A lot of relief right now. The emotions swelling up from all the weight being lifted and winning it all. Wow.
You have to hand it to the entire organization. They work together to get right here.
And guys, what a reward for the fan base. I mean, I know one thing. They're going to enjoy this memory for a long, long time.
And we have enjoyed our time with you folks all season long. This is Kevin Harlan saying so long. Have a wonderful summer.